Hi, guys. Hello. He's here. Hi, sorry, I'm late, guys. Hi, Nick Cohen. Hi, Miss A. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Lana. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Mason. Hi, everyone. Hi, Nor. Hello, 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 hello. Sorry, I'm late, guys. Hello, hi, Marigold. I haven't been live for a long time, guys, because I'm really trying to get this concept course finished, and I finished it, and I'm just editing the little snippets of videos that I'm just watching them, making sure I've edited them properly, and they'll be off to the website today. So it's been worth it not doing the lives just so I can get these courses done, this course done. But there will be another one after this that I've kind of quarter done. Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, missed you. Yes, I know I haven't been on here for ages. All right, guys, let me go to the top. Lana, hey Loz, don't want to affirm the old story, but lately I've been losing money left and right. Got a deduction from my account without even knowing where the money went. My mum lost $20 and lost a coupon worth $65, and then I hired someone to do me a service, stole the money and ran away. And all this happened within a time period of 2 weeks, and I'm currently not even working, so I can't afford to lose more money. How can I fix this and affirm for money? Well, I can't afford is about the worst thing you can think and say. I used to say that all the time, and every time I used to say shit like that, I'd just not be able to afford even more. You're in the state of I can't afford. You're in the state of I have no money. You're in the state of where's the money going to come from? You're in the state of money is just dripping through my fingers. My old SP used to say things like that, and I stop him, stop saying that, because the more you think it, the more you say it, the more it just keeps perpetuating, because you're in the state of no money. Even just saying the words I can't afford it, just please stop yourself, because it will perpetuate. It'll stay that way, and you will continuously not be able to afford anything until you stop saying it, until you stop being in that state. Money can't come to you if you're in the state of I can't afford it. Oh, I can't afford it? You can't afford it? Oh, well, you won't be getting any money to afford it. Be very careful what you're thinking, what you're saying out loud, what you're complaining about. Be very, 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 very careful. That's why it's continually happening. So say, I can afford anything I want. I can buy anything I want. I can afford everything so easily now. I remember when I couldn't afford anything. That's the old me. Start saying that. Start stepping into the state of you can afford everything. Say that your mum can afford everything. You can afford everything you want and need. Get out of that poor ass state. Hi, Loz. How can I manifest being good at chemistry and getting into my grad school program? Just imagine you're in. I tried feeling like I'm already there and pretending I'm there, but it just made me feel crazy. Well, I know it seems a bit crazy, but try. Also, I know people reflect us. I had a coworker rant about how long distance relationships never work out. However, I think the opposite, and I've always believed the opposite. How did this happen? Well, you might have a belief that that coworker doesn't listen to you, is annoying, is negative, never agrees with you. You can have an opinion about someone just being negative or argumentative or not agreeing with you, and they'll turn up that way, even if you don't agree with the thing they're saying. What's your story about them? But don't worry about that, darling, about the grad school program. Just say, I got into my grad school program so easily. If you can't imagine being in it, start affirming that you're in it. My grad school program was so easy for me to get into. I love being at grad school. Okay, affirm it instead of imagining it then. A few nights ago, I was rereading some old conversations with my SP. I usually like to read the good messages that help me, but I came across an argument between us. Oh, where's part 2? Oh, there's no part 2, Rosa. There's only part 3. Loves me and continuing the argument. I caused all this. Me and my poor self-concept, me not feeling chosen, me seeing my parents fight all my life, never being enough and not feeling loved. Doing the club. My dad's in the back room there, but my parents used to constantly fight. I used to think that was how relationships went. I remember an old boyfriend said to me when I was about 20, Loz, it's not meant to be this hard. And I remember thinking, isn't it? Because I just watched parents fighting. So I get you, darling. I don't know what the second part was. He said he loves you, but you continue in the argument. Yeah, okay. I told you in a previous live that I realized many of my triggers, but this convo gave me proof I caused this and things will be perfect again. He loves me. I'm the love of his life. So if you were continuing an argument and he was saying, but I love you, and you continued an argument, you're knowing you're the cause of the arguments, you're the cause of the breakup, then that's great, darling, that you've noticed it. It's really great when you have those realization moments, when you reread things, when you see how you spoke and you saw how you reacted. It's great. If you can do that without judgment, without beating yourself up, and now be like, he loves me, I'm the love of his life. Great, darling. That's wonderful. Hi, Nor. I also don't care as much for SP because I'm focusing so much on myself and know he will come anyway. Oh, wonderful, darling. Great. Was there something before that I missed? I can't see it. Hi, Alyssa, darling. Part 1. Hey, Loz, how you doing? I'm great. SP told me that a song reminded him of me, and he sent it to me to listen to. The lyrics said, "I've never met a girl like you. As soon as I saw you, I knew I could." Oh, where's your part two? So these part twos are missing. God damn it! I can see part three. Oh, motherfucker. Hang on, I can only see part three. I knew I could, but I'm proud. I have a theory test for driving today. I've been stressing about it for ages, even though I've been passing all the mock tests. Do you have any affirmations? Oh, where's the middle of this, Alyssa? God damn it. I have a theory test for driving today. I've been stressing about it for ages, even though I've been passing all the mock tests. Do you have any affirmations? Just imagine yourself driving. Go right to the end, darling, and imagine driving. Imagine having your license. Imagine ringing a friend saying, "Oh, I passed all my driver's test." Imagine going right to the end, like the mock test is before the driving test, isn't it? Imagine you got the license. I don't know what the middle bit was about, Alyssa. Sorry, darling. We are soulmates who used to say, third party will be gone for good. I know it. We will be happy again. Oh, this is Rosa, more of Rosa. And even though he told me a few days ago I get triggered, he is right, but I will do this. Thank you, Loz, for everything you do. You have no idea how much you're helping all of us. Thank you so much. Oh, wonderful, Rosa. Great, darling. Brooke, Loz, I don't feel ugly, for I also don't feel pretty. I tried changing my thoughts, but I keep seeing just minimal progress. I went thinking it was a 2 to thinking I'm a solid 5. Where are you getting this 2-5 business from? Fuck me, Brooke. What were your parents like? Did you have a mum who was obsessed with her looks or was anorexic or used to ration your food or some shit? Where are you getting this 2 and 5 from? I wouldn't even know how to rate myself on that scale. Where are you getting that from? Something's happened there. What happened in your childhood where someone made you feel not pretty, or you had a prettier sister, or you were compared to cousins, or someone was paranoid about looks in your family, or made you feel not good enough, or put you down or something, darling? Because something going on here. Because where are you even getting this from? I don't feel ugly, but I don't feel pretty. There's something where you're comparing yourself to other girls. You've really got to go and do my I am chosen sleep tape. No one compares to me, and the I'm a priority one. Because where are you getting that? 2 and 5, and just be like, I'm a fucking 10. Just keep saying it until you eventually believe it. Doesn't matter if you don't believe it yet. Doesn't matter, guys. Your affirmations, you won't believe yet. Don't worry. And this will be a success story. And I'm so glad I came across one of your videos on TikTok. And sorry for the long message. Oh, don't worry, Rosa. That's great. That's great. You're realizing it, darling. That's wonderful. That's the whole point of this. Why is it so triggering when SP takes a long time to respond? Well, that's about you, darling. About you feeling neglected, ignored. Where did that happen in childhood? Why is that triggering you? Do you feel like he doesn't love you? Do you feel like he's paying attention to another person instead of you? Why couldn't we affirm SP left 3P to be with me? You can. Guys, fuck me. I've said a million times, you can affirm away the third party, but that doesn't guarantee your SP is going to be with you, does it? That's an outside circumstance you got rid of. Poof, it's gone. But that doesn't mean you and your SP are together. It's literally changed nothing for you. They could go on Tinder and find another bitch tomorrow. How's that solved it for you? Go ahead, I like chickens, and don't listen to a word I say, and concentrate on the third party, banish the bitch away, and then realize that it hasn't helped you. Don't listen to me then. Those of you who are trying to change outside circumstances and you're still not listening, go and do that and concentrate all your efforts on outside circumstances. And when they change, then realize nothing's changed for you. And then you might come back and go, oh, Loz was right that the only thing I can change is me. Self-concept. Oh, this has got nothing to do with the third party. This has got to do with me comparing myself to other girls. This has got to do with me thinking he doesn't love me. This has got to do with me thinking I'm not good enough. It's got nothing to do with the third party, and I'm blaming that bitch for all my problems, and it's got nothing to do with her. I haven't sorted myself out, and he'll come back and be with me, and I'll compare myself to another girl and he'll leave, or he won't come back and just be with someone else. So either way, it won't work because I didn't listen to what Loz said and I didn't change myself and I concentrated on things outside of me because I didn't want to face my shit. Maria on TikTok said that states create, not thoughts. What is a state which creates? I wouldn't listen to that dumb bitch, darling. She's very confused. Yes, a state is creating your reality, your state of being, your I amness. That is right. But how do you get to your I amness? How do you get to the person you are? How do you start believing the thoughts you believe about yourself? Oh, I don't know. You had a lot of thinking that turned into beliefs that then caused your state of being. Please stop listening to people who confuse you. If you listen to someone like that who telling you right now, people come on my TikToks and are hella confused by her because she constantly changes her mind. The only way to manifest is What do you think you am? Yes, that's your state. Yes, she's right, but she's telling you that you can't get to a state by thinking. How the fuck do you think you cause your own state? By thinking thoughts that become beliefs, you dumb bitch. Stop watching idiots, darling, please, or anyone that confuses you. Makes my blood boil when people say shit like that. But how did you cause your state? Oh, I had to think it a lot. Oh, that's right. And then it became belief, and then it was my state, you dumb bitch. Okay? Hi, Loz. Miss you so much, but the break from your lives has allowed me to live in the end and force myself to talk myself through things on my own. The other week, I had some really unfavorable 3D. Okay, good. I mean, not good that you had unfavorable 3D, but good that you're doing that. Circumstances that are non SP related. I let myself get emotional to relieve the stress, and almost immediately, my mind kept going back to my affirmations, almost like autopilot. I was actually a little annoyed about this because I wanted to sit in my emotions for the rest of the day, lol. Does this mean my affirmations are now the dominant thoughts? I let myself get emotional to relieve the stress. I almost immediately, my mind kept going back to the affirmations, almost like an autopilot. Well, that's good. I was actually a little annoyed about this because I wanted to sit in my emotions the rest of the day. Does this mean my affirmations are now the dominant thoughts? Well, that's great. So you wanted to go back to feeling sorry for yourself and being a victim, being in your emotions, and your mind was like, no, affirmations. No, this is the new us. That's great, Jasmine. Masterful. Your subconscious is taking over with the new thinking. That's great. The new state of you is taking over. And the old state of victim doesn't ring true for your mind anymore. That's wonderful. Great. Brianna, hey Loz. So me and SP were doing good, and even though I got rid of the ex, but yesterday he posted happy birthday baby, I got hella triggered because I thought I was doing good part one. Part two, he's been blowing up my phone since last night trying to get me to talk to him. He even asked me to the park to talk. I haven't been responding. And I know you say don't go, no contact, but I just don't want to say anything that's going to make me react to 3D as I already did a little. What are you reacting about? The fact that he called the third party baby on and he posted happy birthday baby. Brianna, look, I can understand why you're avoiding seeing him because you don't want to be triggered, but you're reading too much into that. I say all kinds of things to my exes on Facebook that if my, like my person would be like, what are you talking to him like that for? But you're reading into it. Why are you reading into it? You're giving it a lot of meaning that isn't there. Stop doing that. Well, just avoid him until you're not going to react anymore, but that might take years. It's up to you. Hang on, where am I? I affirm marrying me is his only choice because I hold the power. What does that send out to SP? That he wants to marry you and you hold the power. Yes, darling. But just stop focusing on the fucking third party. I lied to my SP, who is my friend, a ton. I came clean about a year ago. They told me they forgive me 100% and that they're glad we're friends, but I feel guilty still. And I tried doing the whole Ho'oponopono prayer. I tried it like 10 times and I still feel guilty. Is it not just meant to be because I lied to them a lot? What, you just think you're going to feel guilty for the rest of your life, so that's your lot? Are you from a religious background, Mason? Are you from either a religious background or a background where someone told you off all the time, you had a really strict parent and made you feel bad and made you feel guilty and blamed you for things? That's where it's coming from. Either religion or parents. Which is it? If you can't get rid of it and the person's already forgiven you, you've got a whole lot of, I do things wrong, there's something wrong with me, beating yourself up, blaming yourself, thinking, which is a whole lot of I'm not good enough. You've got to go and do the affirmations for I am chosen, there's nothing wrong with me, things like that, darling. I don't feel guilt anymore. That's the old me. The old me used to hold on to a whole lot of stuff. I don't hold on to that shit anymore. They've forgiven me, so I forgive myself. Say those things, please. Hi, Lois. Came here to report that SP, 13 years no contact, replied to my message from last year on Pinterest this morning, and we've been having a back and forth since. Mine is still blown, she responded. Oh, wonderful, darling. From 13 years. Part two, I also manifested money out of the blue worth thousands, retirement funds from my mum who passed away, former employee 14 years ago, inner combo, self-concept, and had a sense. Yes, where's the rest of it? Oh, God, these are in like 10 parts. Oh, no, it's just jumped massively. God damn it to hell. Had a sense. I don't know where part three is, Aneris. That's great, darling. Having the hardest season of my life. Well, stop fucking saying that, Fatima. I'm a pretty strong person and get through anything, but it's been over a year and not been in contact with SP fiance and manifested him back once, but was worried something might happen. Of course, that happened. Do you know people who manifested same SP twice? Me. What are you talking about, darling? Why this time I'm keeping him putting away my negative thoughts? Well, don't be saying things like having the hardest season of my life. Well, fuck, how long's that season gonna last? What are you saying that for? If you know about manifestation, why are you affirming that you're having the hardest season of your life? How are you expecting to manifest shit with that attitude? Get rid of that, darling, for a start. And then circumstances don't matter. There's people in the Facebook group who manifested their SP back like 13 times. Yes. See yourself with them, please. Hi, Nat. Morning, Laws. Have missed your lives. Have enjoyed listening to recordings. Oh, good, darling. Yes, I have not been on here or TikTok. SB2 is conforming more and more each day, being a lot more vulnerable. Oh, lovely. Have a few birds for land. An old ex like one of my pics on Insta. Completely forgot he followed me. Random guys sending me friend requests and asking me out for coffee. Oh, lovely, darling. Love that. Hey, Laws. So since I last spoke to you, I told you that I told SP no to friends with benefits. Well, he's been messaging more and ringing more, and I did go see him and enjoyed it. He asked me if I'd been missing him, even though my 3D isn't showing me the best of things. I'm not letting myself be triggered or react to it. I tell myself no. He loves me and only me. I'll keep on my persisting game. That sounds great, darling. He asked if I'd been missing him. What's wrong with that? That's great. He isn't showing the best of things. Well, I think that's a great thing to be showing you the 3D saying he misses you. Read into that and give it excellent meaning, darling. What's the problem here? Give it all good meaning. Imagine yourselves together. Danielle, Loz, I know you told us to persist and work on our self-concept, but sometimes I doubt myself on my manifestations. Well, start testing it then. Guys, if you're doubting yourself, start realizing either that you can do it and do little things like get a coffee or get someone to say something, or start looking at your fucked up life and think, oh, wow, I did that, didn't I? I was complaining about money all the time and not being able to afford anything, and oh my God, now I've got no money, etc. Today too, and see how I was feeling. I know my thoughts are reflecting. It's only a matter of time. Oh, sorry. Hang on. When I did wobble, my SP2 was very caring and supportive, even though I couldn't tell him why. Had to do with SP1, and he was trying really hard to make me feel better and laugh. He made sure to check on me today too and see how I was feeling. I know my thoughts are reflecting. It's only a matter of time. Oh, that's lovely, Sarah. That's great. Oh my God, and my ex giving me money for our daughter's dance. He has flat refused to help with dance the whole time we've been separated. Oh, wonderful, Nat. He's really turning out to be a whole new man, isn't he? Hello, guys. Hello. Congrats on finishing the self-concept course. Yes, thank you, darling. You know what? It wasn't me working on it for months. It was me procrastinating for months. Like, I've got to be really honest with you guys. You guys are going to get the course and think I was working on it for a year. I wasn't. I was procrastinating for a year. So I've really got to work on my procrastination, my perfectionism, which comes from my feeling not good enough, which is why I procrastinate. I'm not going to do that with the next course. Trust me, it's going to be out real quick after the first one, okay? If you have repeated third-party problem, what core issue could that be? Not feeling chosen, feeling not good enough. And what would be some good affirmations? It's just a whole lot of I'm not compared to other girls. I compare myself to other girls because I'm not good enough. I won't be chosen because there's something wrong with me, or I'm not good enough, okay? I've learned to be good enough, chosen, and no one liked me, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, then you've got to keep doing it, darling, because they haven't sunk in yet. So if you still think third parties are a problem, you still worry about other girls turning up, it's still the same problem every time, without fail, okay? Keep working on those affirmations. Maybe you just they haven't sunk in yet. My SP's birthday was Sunday, and I decided not to reach out. For some reason, I feel more distant since I didn't. Well, don't beat yourself up that you didn't, darling. Decide that it was the best thing to do, and he missed the fact that he didn't hear from you, and he's upset that he didn't hear from you, or he's thought about you all day every day since then because you didn't message. Give a good meaning rather than beating yourself up about it. Lois, I feel unlovable unless I have a job. What do I need to affirm to change this? Fuck me. Darling, did you have parents that made you feel like studies were important, or a university degree was important, or what kind of job you had was important, or you weren't good enough unless you showed them that you were great or achieved or something? Were you an overachiever as a kid, or your parents made you feel not good enough in some way? That's where that's come from. Who cares if you don't have a job? Just decide that this is me now, and I can focus the time that I have not having a job on studying something or getting a hobby or learning about my self-concept and changing myself and working on me. It's great. I get all this time to do me. Work on me. Give it new meaning, darling. I'm not my achievements. I'm me. I'm great just as I am. I don't need to do anything to make anyone love me. I'm enough just as I am. Say those things, darling, please. Hi, Lois. Can you please talk about time lags and manifestation, please? Well, guys, think about it this way. It takes a while to sink into someone's mind, okay? Even though it's instant and you thought it instantly, it gets sent out instantly. How long did it take to get into their mind and then sink in and become a belief? how long did it take to become a belief in your mind? Well, you have no idea. So it's to go into their mind, become a belief that they're now thinking about you, right? That takes a little while. It's also good that there's a time lag, because sometimes if you had a fight with someone, you think, oh, fuck off and die. I wish this would happen to you. And the next minute they walk outside and get hit by a car. If manifestation was instant, you'd be regretting it sometimes. Mhm. And it's really to do with the fact that it has to sink into their mind. How long does that take? No one will know. No one knows. Has its own appointed hour. Okay. Hey there, Loz. I'm working on manifesting SP, and I will be official and more dates and stuff together. We went on one date. It took a year to get the first date and said it was second date worthy. Oh, second date worthy. Wonderful. Also, I got pre-approved for a business loan, but I'm waiting on the background and credit report check. How do I manifest? I got it no matter what. Just imagine you've got it. Imagine your business is open and booming because you got the money. Go right to the end, darling. Cassandra. Oh, hi, Brenna. Also, if I have three SPs, but the story is unfavorable with all of them, how do I change it without it being clumpy in my head? I'm dealing with third parties with all three. I know it's a priority thing also. Well, if it's all third parties, darling, yes, it's priority, comparing yourself to other girls, feeling not good enough, all that shit. Guys, you can just change you and not even worry about the story about them. Just for now, work on your self-concept of feeling chosen and a priority, and get rid of the third party sleep tape every night and refocus on that if there's a problem with all three that's the same story, and then change the story about them. Mm-hmm. Hello, so happy to have been able to see you twice today. Just what I needed. Oh, Eileen, what are you meowing about? My cat's meowing ahead of. I bought groceries today and said I can buy whatever I want and money comes to me easily and abundantly. When I came home, there were two unexpected checks totaling almost $600. You have to persist and believe it. Everything is coming to me, even a new job. I post on Facebook with pictures. Oh, what a $600 check. Great. Hello, so how are you? Wonderful, darling. I've been randomly seeing and thinking of some of my exes and crushes, seeing their names. None of them are my SP, though. Does that mean it's because they may be thinking of me due to self-concept? No, no one's thinking of you and making their name turn up in your reality, darling. You're doing that, okay? But if your self-concept's improving and you're thinking about other people, yeah, give it that meaning. That's why. I manifested a lot of years ago and some big things because I've been so blessed with the things. Would it deny my SP? Lol. My SP is worth more than anything. It'll be 2 years and 2 months, no contract. Well, if you give it that meaning that I can manifest money easily, I can manifest big things, but this SP thing's real hard. Is it because I got all these things and so because I got those, I won't get this? Where you get that from? You can have everything. That's a real religious background thing. Oh, you can only have so much. Don't be greedy. Is that where you're getting that from? Stop that. Loz, my SP came over and said, we're still friends with benefits. He looks for dates, although he doesn't really have a girlfriend. He said, I'm a little bit of everything. How can I turn this around? Darling, that's a whole lot of you not feeling good enough. You comparing yourself to other girls. You feeling not the girlfriend. You've got to feel like the girlfriend. Doesn't matter what the fuck they say. That's the old him showing up. Did you have an old story that didn't want you? That's what's showing up. Go and do my I'm a priority sleep tape. Use all the affirmations in that. Loz, you're back. I don't know if you remember, but I told you that I got rid of third party and my husband came in saying everything that I affirmed for. I was so excited because I actually did that part one. Yes, Cassandra, I remember. Hang on, where's the rest of it? Where's part two? My mind started going back with the doubtful thoughts very quickly, especially when I saw things I didn't like and affected my self-concept as well because his family didn't like me in the past. Okay, we'll get rid of that fucking story about the family, darling. Part three, and it started to reoccur again after I apologized to his mum for the past, and my husband thinks that I didn't mean the apology and it's right back to where it was before. Well, why did you even apologize? That's a whole lot of you thinking you're not good enough still and you have to apologize for shit. My self-concept went right back down the toilet when he started accusing me of things. They just kept coming and I kept reacting and I shouldn't have been. They were just awful things. And now, oh, Jesus, it's just jumped. Hang on. Sorry, it's gone right to the bottom. And now my self-concept went right back down the toilet. Well, darling, look, if the 3D is throwing you and you're back to the way it used to be, then you haven't seen the new him enough and you haven't worked on you enough to be the new you who doesn't beat herself up anymore, doesn't think she's done anything wrong, doesn't need to over-apologize for things that don't matter anymore. You've got to be in the new state of you where everyone loves you, the family approves, he approves. You haven't done anything wrong, but you're still in the state of, oh, even though I'm back here and it's all seeming great, I've got to apologize for the past. You're living in the past still, and so the past is still showing up because you haven't got rid of that fucking story. Guys, if you don't get rid of the story of the past and you keep over-apologizing, the over-apologizing, trust me, because I used to over-apologize a lot, is to do with you feeling not good enough and feeling like you do things wrong. And if you've got this predominant assumption that you do things wrong, then everyone will treat you like you do things wrong and tell you off and blame you and accuse you because you feel like you do things wrong. And then you'll go to apologize to people and they won't even apologize back because you're taking all the blame because I've done something wrong. I used to do that all the time. I used to apologize to my dad. We used to get in fights. I'd apologize. He never apologized because I got this presumption that I do things wrong. When half the time I was apologizing about shit that I didn't even do wrong. What are you doing that for? That's a whole lot of I do things wrong thinking. You've got to rework on that, darling, because that's where that's coming from. And no one can show up any different. And all they'll do is blame you, accuse you, and think you're doing something wrong because you think you're wrong. Stop that. They can only mirror you. What are you thinking inside you? Beating yourself up, blaming yourself, thinking you do things wrong, thinking you're not enough, thinking you have to prove yourself, thinking that's where that's coming from. And all they can do is reflect that. So until you change that thinking in you, they'll show up that way, the family and him. Got it? Hey, where am I? Hi, Pebbles. SP is my ex's boss, wanted to meet me to hear my side of divorce, but then backed out. I texted him, he didn't reply, but my brother's mate said he wants me, but then he said SP just wanted to help. Oh, cat's being sick all over the floor. My SP's my bosses wanted to hear my side of the divorce, but then backed out. I texted him and he didn't reply, but my brother's mate said he wants me, but then he said SP just wanted to help. I don't understand that one. Is that a question, darling? Are you all right? Dad? Okay. Sorry, guys. Hang on. You all right, Sam? Hang on, guys. Okay. Sorry, guys. My 21-year-old cat just guts down all her food. You okay? I don't understand that one, darling. Is that a question? I don't understand that at all, Sammy. I don't understand what you're asking me. Write it again, darling. I don't understand it at all. Unless there were other parts I didn't see. Can't see it. My SP and I practice witchcraft, but I think I'm starting to realize witchcraft is just tools to help you manifest. Am I correct? Yes, darling. Divine Manifestor. Hey, Lois. I am an avid follower of you, but admittedly, I've tuned out for the last 3 months, which ironically is a good thing. I'm living in the wish fulfilled at my SP return, more money and up level life. Oh, wonderful, darling. All that to say, thank you for helping me with your manifestation expertise, sense of humor, and tough love. Last thing, have you finally launched your course? Would love to sign up. Love you, Queen. Oh, thank you, darling. I know you've been here for ages. That's wonderful, darling. Look, sometimes, guys, when you really get this, you don't need to watch any content anymore. You've got it. You understand it. Okay. And the self-concept course will be out in a few weeks. Okay, guys, because I finally finished it and it'll be uploaded soon. Okay. Loz, I just want to thank you. I've been following you for months and wanted to share success and finally realized I am a success no matter what. SP ended it, then took it back within a day, part one. Oh, wonderful, Kelly. I was devastated, but I kept going through ridiculous tears. He's already coming back in less than 2 days. I changed my thoughts. Took me too long to realize how this can be. Oh, God damn it. Where's the rest of it? How this can be. Oh, this is why Facebook Friday is so much better because you can write the whole thing in one part. Oh, that's wonderful, darling. And back in 1 day. Oh, it took me too long to realize how this can be. Oh, that was the end. Oh, wonderful, darling. That's great. Congratulations. What affirmations have people believe what I say and not assume I'm lying or not telling the full truth? Also, it's possible to manifest my baby's coming on a certain day. Yes, you can do that, darling. Just imagine you have them on that date, or thank God she came here by Memorial Day, or whatever you want to say. But, darling, why are you thinking that people don't believe you and assume you're lying? I do things wrong. I fuck things up. People don't believe me. Stop saying that. That's your assumption. So it'll be true. Start saying the complete opposite. Hang on. I've got to go up, guys. I missed a whole lot here. Hang on. Enchanted Venus. I manifested a lot of years ago. Oh, I saw that one. I started listening to my own tape at night and it's working. Oh, good, darling. Where am I? Laws, affirmation suggestions for my gym crush. Oh, gum, I thought it said gym crush. My gym crush loves me. He can't stop staring at me at the gym. He loves being with me. He loves being my boyfriend. He loves to show me off at the gym. Imagine you're together, darling. Imagine you working out together as boyfriend and girlfriend in the gym. Nancy, we have been broken up. My SP sent me a text and said that I'm the only thing that can make him feel good and was looking at my photos obsessively and then went cold again. I've been focusing on self-concept. Well, that's great, darling, that he said all that. All this while I've been focusing on self-concept and he knows I want to get married and we broke up because he said he didn't see me as his forever and didn't want to marry me. I don't know what to do. Darling, get rid of that old story about he said all that about the marriage or not forever or blah, blah, blah. If he's turning up the good way and saying, I'm the only thing that make you happy, well, then run with that and see that you and him are married in your mind because you're the only one who can make him happy. We are married because I'm the only one who makes him happy. Have that as an affirmation, darling. Get rid of that old story about what he said. I'm confused about attachment style. They're all bullshit, darling. If there is a certain way because of their own trauma, how can I change my thoughts around that to manifest change in them? Or is that me pushed out? Darling, if you're believing and they've got an attachment style, they'll turn up that way. Oh, they're anxiously attached because they've got this anxious attachment style. Who decided they've got an anxious attachment style? You did. or you heard them say that because somebody diagnosed with that, or they saw a dumb TikTok about it, so they've decided they're like that. So you've held on to that belief that they're like that. So your mind is only doing that because it wants to believe what it believes, which is relationships never work out for me, things always go wrong, he doesn't love me, and they're just finding proof that's true. And the proof you've found is he has avoidant attachment style, so he can't attach to me because he's emotionally unavailable, and this attachment style means X, Y, Z, and I've read up on all this shit, and it means this, so I'm fucked. And it's all come from the I'm fucked, relationships don't work out for me because I'm a piece of shit thinking, or I'm not good enough, or relationships are hard, or I'm not loved thinking you've got in your mind. Adrienne. Who cares what their attachment style is? If you decide that's a thing, it'll be a thing. And all it is you finding reasons why you're not going to get what you want. Stop that, please. That attachment style stuff is such bullshit, guys. Who decides you've got that? Just like saying someone's got BPD or someone's got post-traumatic stress disorder. You can decide tomorrow you don't have that. I was devastated, but I keep going through. I saw that one. I love that I have the chance to change things, including my SP. When I see something I'm not fond of or the way my SP acts, I now know I can change anything I want the way I want it. Wonderful, Jen. You've got it. The pennies drop. That's great, darling. Hi, Lois. Can we talk about boundaries? My SP shows up with starting arguments. We'll stop saying they start arguments. Sunday, I sent him out. I told him he couldn't come around me that way. He got upset, wouldn't give him money, probably for drugs. Well, where the fuck did you find this loser, darling? So you've got a person who's asking you for money for drugs, have you? This is who you've attracted. How did you attract such a loser? I'll tell you, because you've attracted someone who doesn't choose you and chooses drugs over you because you feel essentially not chosen, and that's how you'll end up with someone like that. Then you'll get in arguments with them because they're not showing up the way you want, but you chose that person, didn't you? Or when you found out they were on drugs, you stayed, didn't you? That was your decision, Kimberly. So why did you stay with a person who chooses drugs over you? I know, because it reflects your self-concept of not feeling chosen and not being good enough, and they'll choose drugs over you every time, and they'll argue with you over money or drugs or blah, 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 because you feel essentially not chosen. Then you'll be stuck in this cycle with a person who's an addict, and then you'll split up with that person, then you'll find another person who doesn't choose you, and they'll choose your job and be a workaholic or choose their kids or something over you because you don't essentially feel chosen, Kimberly. It's got nothing to do with him. You can tell him all you like about, don't come around me that way. Setting a boundary, no worky, because all they're doing is reflecting you. And you can say it all you like. And I know Manifesting Kimberly says you can set a boundary, and Kimberly has said you can set a boundary, but I'll tell you right now, guys, set a boundary all you like, but they have no choice but to reflect you. I don't like it when you do this. Well, bitch, all I'm doing is reflecting you. So until you change, I can't do anything different. So if you can set all the boundaries you like, but I'm still only going to reflect you. And unless you change, I'm going to keep turning up this way. Okay? They don't know how to say that. That's just what's happening. They can only reflect you, guys. There's a mirror. You can't yell at the mirror and tell it not to show you your ugly face today. You woke up this morning, and this is how setting boundaries works, okay? Just so everyone knows why setting boundaries doesn't work, just so you know. And I'm not saying take abuse. I'm not saying stick around for someone treating you badly. I'm saying remove yourself, but verbally saying it out loud. I don't want you to show up this way. They're only showing up the way they're showing up because they're reflecting you, just so you understand. I'm not saying stick around. I'm not saying put up with abuse. I'm saying remove yourself, or say, I don't feel good here, or this doesn't feel good, I'm leaving. That's fine. But telling them what to do and why you don't like it and da-da-da-da-da is like yelling at a mirror in the morning. So you got up, you look like shit. You've been hungover from the night before. You look all bleary-eyed in the mirror and you look like crap, but you're expecting the new story of you. You're expecting the new story of your SP, but all that mirror can show back to you is the remnants of the night before, where you got drunk, smeared pizza all over your chest, woke up in your own vomit, and you wake up and you look at it and you go, God damn it, why are you showing up this way? But you did it, didn't you? You sat up all night watching TV, eating pizza, drinking, fell asleep in your own vomit, and then you're expecting the mirror to change. They're your mirror, guys, and giving them boundaries and setting boundaries and telling them off, yelling at the mirror when you got hungover last night. The hungover part is all the story you had before about him. He's a loser. He takes drugs. He takes from me. He doesn't choose me. He doesn't love me. I'm not his priority. That's still showing up in the mirror, so you can set boundaries all you fucking like, and it won't make any difference, because it's like shouting in the mirror every morning when you turn up looking like crap and expecting to look like a model. So set boundaries all you like, guys, and don't listen to me. Have you changed you, Kimberly, or is everything his fault? Apparently the whole relationship is his fault. But you chose him, didn't you? And you stayed there, didn't you? That's about you. Right? Yeah, don't do it. My SP still didn't choose me after I did that. Guys, they won't, because they'll only reflect you. You can set all the boundaries you like. It just doesn't fucking work. Oh my God, he just called me again. I was waiting for the live. That man loves me. There is no 3D, third party, third party, nothing. He loves me and he'll be back. Wonderful, Rosa. Wonderful. Hi, Marie. I realize that I blame my cultural beliefs stopping me from being chosen, but I realize I took those beliefs on for myself. Well, Marie, get rid of that crap. Whatever that crap is that someone's given you from your culture, throw it away, Marie. Well, that's great. You've realized it, though. Melbourne Milk, please, please, please don't listen to Maria. She said you can revise death. Oh, yeah, she did too. That was hilarious. Honestly, so triggering when I heard her tell this. Oh, yeah, she told a girl off for not revising the death of a loved one or some fucking thing. And I said something about it on live because I just was so disgusted by that. So disgusted. Yeah. Guys, look, I have nothing against any particular creators in particular, but that particular creator comes up a lot in my lives and people are always confused. So if I don't watch their content, but if other people are coming to me saying I'm hella confused and I'm hella triggered by what they just said, well, maybe don't watch them. I guess I've got a line in my face here. My self-concept went right back down the toilet when he started accusing me of things. I saw that one. Star Moon's face, hi darling. I've been affirming for wealth and success and realized my new home is tucked in a neighborhood of $1 million homes. And now when I drive anywhere, I feel like I'm living as a millionaire. Oh, wonderful, darling. I didn't realize this when I moved in. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's great. Yeah, just feel like I fit in here because I'm a millionaire too. I met a new SP who is literally like exactly what I want from SP. I like the new one, but I want the old one much more. Look, that happened to me, darling, and sometimes you will choose the second one, trust me. So I shouldn't be upset that he called his ex baby. Well, Brianna, it's up to you. You can laugh at that all you like, but you're choosing to find that annoying and find that triggering. Why were you even looking, Brianna? Why were you even fucking looking at her comment section? I ask you. Oh, I don't know, because you consider exes a threat. So, Brianna, unfortunately, darling, exes are going to continue to turn up in your reality as threats to you because you're snooping around looking at their fucking Instagrams, then laughing at me saying you shouldn't be triggered by that. Well, unfortunately, Brianna, you manifested that by snooping in the first place, by comparing yourself to other girls and thinking exes are a threat. So I can't fucking help you, darling. So laugh all you like. Why did you look? Oh, I don't know, because you don't feel good enough and you compare yourself constantly to other girls and see her as a threat. That's why you even looked in the first place, Brianna. When are you going to get your head together and realize you haven't worked on your self-concept enough and apparently all these people are competition to you? Have you worked on the fact that you think there's competition? Oh, I don't know. Probably not because you were snooping around her comment section. Be offended all you like, or not offended, darling, but the reason you feel offended is the shit in you. When people get offended, guys, in the 3D, it's because of a trigger inside them that they haven't dealt with. You can be offended all you like, Brianna. Choose to be offended. How's it going to fucking help you? Go on. You'll just find another bitch he comments on next week. Good luck with that. Hi, Loz. SP and I were doing great. We were thinking of moving in together, and I fell off with self-concept affirmations that SP started to root all negative thoughts. Oh. I started to be insecure, and I heard him on the phone with a girl in the bathroom. Oh, Jesus. And I was triggered, and we got into a fight. We didn't talk for a day. He texted me today and asked me if we're done, and I said no. I got back on my affirmations like crazy today, and I feel better about myself, and he's reflecting my self-concept and how he's talking to me now. Good, darling. Get back on that. Really rampage your affirmations, darling, if you've done that. It can change like that. Just really go hardcore on what you know you've done now. Go back on it. No, that didn't happen. Either revise it or work really on your self-concept and those affirmations. People reflect our thoughts of ourselves, or do they reflect what we assume they think and feel about us? They reflect everything. What you think they think of you, what you think of them, what you think of yourself, what you think of situations in general. They reflect everything you think. So whatever you're thinking about, them, situations, what they think of you, they'll reflect that. Oh, he doesn't want me as much as he wants his ex. Oh, I've never felt love like the love I had with her. You'll be like, but you thought that. You thought that's what he thought of you. I feel certain he is missing me terribly. Like I never felt so sure he is missing me. I know it. Oh, wonderful, Lala. Let me check where my cat is. Where's she gone? What would be some affirmations to feel cared for in ourselves? To be cared for, you care for yourself or other people. Everyone cares about me. Everyone's always there for me. I'm so loved. People in my life always stay. I'm always loved and cared for by everyone in my life. Things like that. I love you, Loz. You used to trigger me, but now you've helped me so much. You're the best. Good. Kim, Loz, I can't believe it that now I'm not sure I want SP anymore. What happens, darling? I think you keep manifesting that for all of us, lol. Yeah, because I keep saying that happens. Seriously realized he was missing several qualities that I've always wanted. Mm-hmm. Brittany, Loz, hi, my love. I don't know if you saw my update in the group, but my third party has finally gone, no, I didn't see that. Really? Oh, you must have posted it yourself because you're the admin. Oh, wonderful, darling. Oh, Brittany, you did that. Fuck that bitch. Wonderful, darling. Congratulations. Circumstances don't matter, only what you're thinking. Yes, guys. Lots, I'm trying to manifest casual relationships. When guys hit on me, I shut down because my mind, I can't understand why anyone would be interested in me. How can I get rid of this? Well, first of all, HM, why do you only want casual relationships? Do you feel like you're not worthy of a full blown one? Obviously, because then if you're even pushing away those people, why are you doing that? Because you feel not good enough in yourself. You don't even feel good enough for a full blown relationship. And I'm not saying you have to want a full blown relationship, but I'm asking you why you don't. And the reason for that is feeling not good enough. And that's why you're acting that way when they do show up for what you want. Hi, Celine. Thanks for the super chat. Do you think tarot and astrology can help with manifesting? I know we create our reality, but do you think some astrology transits help with timing? Astrology transits help with timing. Stars and the moon is helping you on here on earth with your life, is it? Okay. If you want to decide that it is, it is. It's what you decide, guys. Look, the tarot on my view page on TikTok reflects my thinking. It's very freaky, and sometimes I like the tarots because it's confirmed my thinking, right? As far as astrological star signs or retrogrades or whatever, if you decide that they mean something to you, then they mean something to you. But the problem with that is it limits your manifestation abilities because you're deciding, oh, because it's Mercury retrograde, I can't do this now. Or because they're a Gemini and I'm a Taurus, we won't get along because we're the same, earth sign or whatever the fuck. Right? So you've got all these beliefs about that astrological transit or star sign or whatever that will fuck you up because it's limiting what you can do because of your belief in it. So it's up to you, Selene, if you want to fuck your beliefs and restrict yourself. But if you think it's helping you, then say it. But then you're restricting yourself with all these timings, all these astrological events that are going on because you believe in them so strongly. It's up to you guys if you want to believe in it. Part 2, I joined a dating site and have guys of all ages, 20s to 60s, showing interest. I'm 50. Oh, why do we get in their 20s? Wowzers. Oh, that's great, Kim. So now you don't want him anymore, and now you got all these guys hitting on you. It's lovely. Loz, have you decided the price of your course yet? Not yet. I'm discussing it with Nahal later. So I'll let you guys know. I made it a lot more compact than the original idea I had because before I had too many elements of it, too many MP3s. So I've cut it down so it's not too overwhelming. So it's like a preliminary course, and then the next course will be more intense. Hang on, guys. Ella. Hi, Loz. I've been watching you religiously since November. I'm confused why some things keep happening. I get past the first 2 to 3 interviews and don't get the job. Well, because you keep saying that, darling. That's your belief. That keeps happening to me. Did you hear what you just said? Same thing with men. 3 to 4 dates, and then I get a broken up message. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with affirming, sleep tapes, visualizing, everything. Well, you've got a real dominant belief that things go wrong for you. After X amount of time, things go wrong. Oh, it's only a matter of time before things go wrong. It's only a matter of time before shit hits the fan. Things don't work out for me. That's what you're thinking. It's in your question. Everything works out for me. I have such long-term relationships. I love my job. I got my job so easily. Okay, things are always working out for me now. That's the old me used to believe things didn't work out for her. Now, where's that things don't work out for me thinking coming from? Is it because you feel like everything abandons you because you got abandoned as a kid and a job abandons you and a boyfriend? So either way, you'll feel abandoned. Eventually, you'll feel like they'll eventually abandon you and then you get abandoned. Okay, so that's a whole lot of people will leave me thinking everything leaves my reality thinking, or it's I get rejected thinking, which is a whole lot of things don't work out for me. So you've got to reverse that, darling. HM, how do I get rid of the fear that the money more I get, more people want from me, especially family members? We'll get rid of that thinking, darling. So you've got a whole lot of belief that you only want casual relationships, that no one will be interested in you and people take from you. What the fuck are you getting that all from? What happened to you, darling? Something's going on there where people take from you, take, and you're not good enough, so everyone uses you. You've got a whole lot of I get used thinking. Were you abused as a kid? That's where that's coming from. I get used because I'm not good enough. Family members use me, guys use me. I'm only good for being used. I'm only good for casual. Tell me if you got abused because that's where that's coming from. You don't have to go into details, but I think that's where they're coming from. Hang on. Thank you. Yes, I choose him. Good, Kimberly. Hang on. Where am I? Anyone else here manifesting 2 SPs who can't choose? May the best man win. I know, that's why I always say may the best man win. Hang on. I've really lost my place here. That monstera plant be thriving in the Australian weather. Oh, that's not even the big one. I've got an even bigger one over here. Got 3 in this room. What's this? Even one of Sammy's coaches told me to move on because once you do something unforgivable, it's impossible to manifest. Sorry? You decide if it's unforgivable. It's your assumption. Who is this dumb bitch? Who told you that? Stop listening to that idiot. Fuck me. You could cheat on them 1,000 times, and if you decide it doesn't matter because that's your dominant assumption, it no matter. Stop listening to idiots, darling. Circumstances don't matter. Isn't that a circumstance, you dumb bitch? Oh, yes, that's a circumstance. The circumstance of me cheating on my boyfriend. Oh, well, if circumstances don't matter, why are you telling me I can't manifest because I did something bad, you dumb bitch? Guys, be very careful who you listen to. A lot of people say they're coaches and they don't fucking understand this. Anyone can say they're a coach. No matter people pop up every day on my view page espousing what I've just said, and they take their follow away from me. I knew they used to follow me. They don't follow me anymore. Then they regurgitate what I just said on a live or regurgitate what I just said in a video, and they're charging more than I used to charge for my coaching. And I think, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're just regurgitating. You don't understand this. If they don't fundamentally understand how manifestation works and they're saying dumb shit like that, guys, they're not a coach. They're a regurgitator, or they're a person who misunderstands completely what they're meant to be talking about. Be very careful who you listen to, guys. Some of you listen to real idiots. And just because they're associated with someone's group, apparently they know what they're talking about. No, you don't. Why are you telling me circumstances don't matter and then telling me this matters? It doesn't matter. God damn it. That makes me annoyed that someone said that to you, darling. God damn it. Where am I? I've completely lost my place. Wait a minute. Under Brittany's here. Here we go. Where am I? I was always told growing up that if you lie or cheat on someone you want to date, then it's a game over and you can't manifest them. Oh, okay. So this is where it's come from, Mason. I was always told growing up that if you lie or cheat on someone you want to date, then it's game over and you can't manifest them. Even one of Sammy's coaches told me to move on because if you do something unforgivable, it's impossible to manifest. Well, can you see how everyone's you pushed out? So even the coach said it. So if you've got a dominant belief that if you lie or cheat, it's game over, then they'll repeat that because that's what you got from childhood. Even the coach is repeating it. They're reflecting you. I feel like this is the reason why I've been manifesting my ASP for 2 years and we're still just friends, because you believe you did something wrong. And that stupid coach didn't identify that, first of all, they were reflecting back your dominant thinking. Secondly, they didn't understand that something happened to you in childhood that you are now still repeating in adulthood. A belief you're still holding on to is still being reflected back to you, and that's why it continues to happen. So please don't listen to that coach anymore, and understand that the only reason why that keeps perpetuating, darling, is because you hold a real dominant belief in childhood that when you do things wrong, bad things happen to you, and therefore it keeps happening. So get rid of that belief, please. It doesn't make any difference. Hi, Loz. I'm in love with your Feeling Chosen sleep tape. It helps me a lot to feel better when being blocked everywhere from SP. I also use it during the day to block negative thoughts. The Chosen sleep tape has me parroting them back naturally and randomly to keep myself on track. Oh, wonderful, darling. I've got to start listening to that again. That's great, darling. I find that one hard to listen to because they're my affirmations. Wonderful. Why do some people manifest and some don't? Everyone does. Brooke, what are you talking about? Also, the reason I rate my prettiness 1 to 10 scale is because I grew up with people doing that. Well, there you go. How do I feel like the girlfriend if I've never been one? All right, Brooke, so you've got to throw away that bullshit about 1 to 10 scale that you grew up with as a child. I knew there was something going on there. And secondly, people are always manifesting. You mean consciously manifesting? People are successful and other people aren't? Well, probably because they're holding on to shitty beliefs like there's a scale of 1 to 10 about prettiness in life from childhood, or they're holding on to beliefs from childhood that are fucking them up now as an adult. That's why they can't consciously manifest what they want, because they haven't got rid of that shitty thinking, which is why I teach self-concept. So if any dumb bitch on here is telling you self-concept doesn't matter, well, unfortunately, your self-concept of feeling like there's a prettiness scale is fucking your life up, isn't it? So if you don't change that and you just manifest your SP, won't matter how many SPs you manifest, you'll have this prettiness scale going on in your head, and you'll constantly be threatened by other girls your entire relationship until you get rid of that crap from childhood, which is your self-concept. And if you don't feel like the girlfriend or never been one, darling, use your imagination. Okay, I remember I used to live with a heroin addict, and he said to me one time, Loz, as an actor, you should really try heroin, because what if one day you need to be a heroin addict as a role? Don't you want to try some heroin so you know how it feels? I said, baby, I'm a fucking actor, so therefore I can act being a heroin addict. I don't need to try it to understand. I can use my imagination. That's the point, right? Use your imagination, darling. Go and watch some romantic films. Imagine you're in those scenes. Write letters from the person who loves you and imagine that you're that person being loved by them in that letter. Use your imagination, darling. Think of scenes in your mind with you in it. It doesn't matter if you've never experienced it. You can imagine it. That's what your imagination's for. Just imagine it. Plus, I've been living in the end for a while now, to the point where my affirmations are looping automatically from the second I wake up to the second I fall asleep. Feels so Groundhog Day, though. Oh, that's great, actually, though. The Groundhog Day stuff's not so great. Well, maybe change them up a little bit, exaggerate them, put some extra words in if you're getting a bit bored of them. It's to the point where I instinctively put a picture of me and SP on my phone's background, didn't think twice about it. That's how deep these affirmations have embedded. Wonderful, darling. Great. If you're getting bored of them, darling, just spice them up a bit. SP wanted to hear my side of the divorce, why I left his employee, but he backed out when he said, I'm adamant with the divorce. I text him saying, thanks for wanting to hear my side, but he didn't reply. Oh, okay, this is what this is about, Sammy. Where's the rest of it? SP is the boss of my ex-husband. Okay. He said there's no point meeting as he won't be able to patch us up. My SP is mates with my brother's mate, and my brother's mate said SP wants me, but I'm not too sure. This is such a complicated story, I still really don't understand it, but there's some reason why you think you can't be together, so that's the reason. So you've got a whole lot of story here about because he works with my old SP, with my ex, this won't happen, or because I said something and everyone had to hear my side of the story because I have to patch things up because I did something wrong, then this won't work out. So you've got a whole lot of I do things wrong thinking, and these circumstances matter, and these people haven't forgiven me, and these people are upset with me, and I need to fix it thinking. And until you get rid of that thinking, nothing will be fixed because you feel like you have to fix it. That's a whole lot of I'm not good enough, I do things wrong, something wrong with me thinking. I'm not wrong, there's nothing wrong with me, I've done nothing wrong. Everyone forgives me. Anything that happened before has been forgiven and forgotten. Say that, darling. Messy. I cleaned it up. I'm so powerful. What are you talking about, Deborah? Oh, lots of movement with SP. Spent the past couple of weeks with him, and last weekend his place was messy. I said in my mind, go clean up. So Saturday we were together, and he said, you know what? My place was messy. I cleaned it up. Ah, you made him do that. That's great. Part 1, La Brea. I had a friend contact me who I manifested because I was testing my powers, lol, and she told me how she saw my SP at this bubble tea place that I showed him, or that you showed him, yes. And we used to hang out there literally all the time. She was him with the third party, but all I could think about was how I know he wished it was me and how no one will ever compare to me. Yes, darling. Experiences there together. Just imagine the whole time he was there, he's thinking of you, and that's the reason he took her there because it reminds him of you. All those things. That's wonderful, darling. Give that excellent meaning. Hang on, where am I? Carla. SP asked me for help. Guys, when it gets to an hour, I'll be logging off, okay? So 8 more minutes. SP asked me for help since him and his family have to move out soon. He asked me for help to sign his lease with him. He wants me to put me as his wife. In my head, we're married. Oh, that's good, darling. Wonderful. That's great. But in the 3D, we aren't together or anything. It doesn't make me feel good that he asked me to be on the lease. Can this be birds fall out of bridge of incidents? Well, why are you feeling like he's going to take advantage of you like that, darling? So I thought that would be a good story, but it turned out to be he's just using you in your mind. Why are you feeling like you get used? Why are you feeling that you're not chosen by him? Why are you feeling like you're not the girlfriend or not even the wife? Okay, there's a whole lot of thinking like he doesn't want me, things don't work out for me, or I'm not good enough to be his wife or girlfriend, or he uses me, he takes advantage of me. Where are you getting that from? No one takes advantage of me. He treats me so beautifully. He treats me like the girlfriend. Say that, Tony. Anyone else here manifesting 2 SPs countries? Lots, where have you been? I've been trying to work on the self-concept course, darling. There was a 20-year-old in the USA years ago who manifested $500 million jackpot. How do these people set such powerful intentions? He was so certain he would win at 20. Wow. Well, because he was so certain he'd win. It's that simple, guys. Go and watch Contest Queen, the Contest Queen. She talks about Helene Hadsel, who won every competition she ever entered because she was always certain she would win. Eileen, Loz, would you be able to do a nighttime affirmation video for when you think you do everything wrong and that's why people get upset or leave? Yes, I will, because I need that. I've got my own in my BLC, actually. I'm not wrong. I don't do things wrong. There's nothing wrong with me. I'll do that when you feel you've messed up. I'll once this course is out, guys, and once I hire an editor to do the sleep tapes, because the sleep tapes take me an awful long time to edit, I will get a whole lot of sleep tapes out, I promise, and I'll put that down. Sleep tape for, what'd you say? When you think you do everything wrong. When you think you do things wrong, people upset or leave. Yep. I will, darling. That's a great idea, and I'll listen to that for myself. Loz, can you explain what you mean by your subconscious mind knows what SP is good for you? No, it doesn't know what's good for you. It just knows what you need, right? So people get confused by that, thinking I mean God's will or something. I don't believe in God, guys. So please don't think I'm saying this or something better or it knows what's good for you. What I'm saying is it knows what you actually want. So you might think this SP out here is who you actually want, but they might not have the qualities that you actually really want. And you're reading into this person and sticky noting them with all the things you think are good about that person, but your mind's going, no, but you need someone like this or like that. Or it's like that confuses people when I've said stuff like that before, because I think you think I'm saying you can't change them. It's not that, or you think it's saying like this is something better. But what I'm saying is sometimes, guys, what was your question? What SP is good for you? I never say that someone is good for you or not good for you. You decide that, right? You're deciding if they're good for you or not good for you. You're deciding if they're meant for you or not meant for you. But what I'm saying is sometimes, guys, you don't see the wood for the trees with someone, and there's something you desperately like want that's actually not going to help you, right? So you might be doing things like you grew up, I don't know, in a cult, and you want to manifest the cult away because you're so angry at it. But what you really want is security and love and a great life. Manifesting the cult away isn't going to make any difference. Your subconscious knows that what you actually need and want is love and security and being financially abundant and a lovely life. And changing that outside circumstance won't make any difference to this. Is that what you're asking me? I'm kind of confused by the question. But I've never said that your subconscious decides this person's good for you or this person's meant for you. That's not true. You decide that. So I've never actually said that. Remember I told you I was supposed to get the address from SP? Well, he never gave it to me. I'm not sure if I manifested this, but SP invited me to a grad party, so I get to see SP. Well, good, darling. But I want us to have time to be intimate. We'll just decide you do, darling. And we're going to be at the party, me too. Okay, we'll just decide you have a great time at the party and don't worry about the way it turned up and the way it came about. I'm having zero negative thoughts and really feel like we're back together throughout the day. Wonderful. Sorry, guys. I really, that last answer I gave was very confusing. I hope it made sense. Does this mean I'm close to getting pushed out in the 3D? I'm close to it getting pushed out. It's always getting pushed out. What do you mean I'm close to it being pushed out? It's always been pushed out. Everything's been pushed out. Just when it shows up, you don't know. It's always been pushed out. How did the things show up that are here now? It got pushed out at some point. It's always been pushed out. What do you mean? Guys, it's immediate. It gets pushed out immediately, but when it shows up, you don't know. The pushing out is immediate. I'm dealing with 3D lag at the moment. Manifested third-party situation, got a little triggered, but handling it great. And he's apologised and ended it with third party, just waiting on my 3D to catch up with myself. Oh, wonderful, Vanessa. All right, guys, I'm going in 3 minutes. Any manifestation suggestion for love connection with a player and finally turning into a real relationship? Well, Jasmine, you clearly haven't watched me in your whole fucking life, have you? Because why are you calling him a player, assuming he's a player, thinking that because he's a player, nothing will work with you guys because he's a player? Stop fucking saying that about him. Stop seeing him that way, focusing on him that way. Stop saying he's like that. If you believe him to be like that, that's how he'll show up. They can only show up how you think them to be, and that's how you think him to be. So you're fucked. People make mistakes. We're worthy of second chances, redemption, salvation, true connections last and survive everything. We grow, learn, and evolve. It doesn't mean you give up. Yes, Angie, love that. I affirm I'm married to both SP, but I haven't been married, just living in the end. Yes, living in the end, guys. I think I'm living so much in the end that today when my friend was flirting with me, I felt bad as if I was in a relationship with SP. Okay, hi, Laws, part 1. Just curious, my ex has a gambling issue, gets addicted to things easily. Okay, so you've got a whole lot of I'm not chosen thinking. His psyche can't work out where it stems from. Who cares? From, as he has a loving family growing up. Literally, Tara, it doesn't matter. I wonder if his issue stems, who cares where his issue stems from? Feeling like always being a winner, it's literally irrelevant to you, Tara. It doesn't matter where it came from. You're imagining he's like that, so he's going to continue to turn up like that. Oh, he needs help. He needs to go to a psych. He needs to work out all his problems. But unfortunately, you chose that fucker, didn't you? And you stayed there, and now you're trying to fix him. And the whole I need to fix him, I choose people who don't choose me, I choose people who choose gambling over me is all about you, Tara. Are you fucking listening? It's not about him. God damn it. Feeling like I always wanted to be a winner at sports and how we felt loved and turned to gambling to get that possible feeling to feel good enough. Is that possible? Who fucking cares, Tara? You've chosen a person who's not choosing you because you don't feel chosen. So unfortunately, you haven't got this whole fundamental thing, which is everyone reflects me. Do I feel like I'm not chosen and other people prioritize things over me like gambling or drinking or smoking or the job or other girls or whatever? Oh, wow, it's got fucking nothing to do with him and he could have had the most fucked up childhood in the world, but it won't affect me if I think it doesn't affect me. I couldn't care less what happened to him. Have you not heard me say I don't care if they were locked in a cupboard at the age of 2 and beaten with a broomstick? It's irrelevant to you, Tara, unless you think it's relevant. You've chosen a person who doesn't choose you. I think that might be about you, Tara. How about that? Stop worrying about his problems. Why are you trying to fix everyone else? Have you bothered to fix you, or are you just fixing him? Oh, if I fix him, this thing outside of me, this circumstance, everything with me will change. No, it won't. Can you help me out? So I have a small crush on this dude and he has a girlfriend, but I'm also manifesting SP, but I want to go on dates in the meantime till I get commitment from SP, but I feel bad. Well, don't feel bad. Why do you have to feel bad? Because I made a script that I hang out with the boy who has a girlfriend, and I'm like, what if I take this man from his girl? She thinks I'm so pretty. Well, darling, if you feel guilty about that, then you'll feel guilty. Why are you feeling guilty? You decide what's good for you or not good for you in your reality. And if you decide that that's okay, then it's okay. I want my SP back. Does that mean I still don't feel chosen? I know you know my story. Darling, if you decide you want back the old version that treats you like shit, well, yeah. But if you decide you want back a version that treats you beautifully, then no. How you decide he's going to show up reflects if you've worked on your self-concept enough. My SP is so in love with me, he's going to finally make me his girlfriend. I'm the righteous woman he has been searching for. My SP's feelings for me are stronger than ever. I'm claiming this. That's great, Jasmine. No, I wasn't laughing. It wasn't her comment section. He posted her, but okay, you're right. Good, Brianna. Jesus Christ. I'm planning to go visit Egypt again next month for vacation. My father gave me the keys to a house there in Egypt. He told me the house is mine now. Oh, what do I do? Maria kind of called you out in TikTok saying you can't mess up your manifestations. Oh, I couldn't give a shit what that dumb bitch says, honestly, guys. When someone commented saying that you can't do them and negatives, and that Neville said if you do that, all you're getting is negative, and she said Neville didn't say that. I don't understand what you mean. You can't do them and negatives. And Neville said that if you do that, all you're getting is negative. Neville said you cause your reality. You are the only cause. So if all you think is negative, all you'll get is negative, and then you'll fuck up your manifestation. Sorry. She needs to go read Neville again. Her knowledge is very skewed. I couldn't give a shit what that dumb bitch says, honestly, guys. And I don't mean to call her a dumb bitch, but I don't think she's very intelligent. She hasn't got much critical thinking. Go and watch Manifesting with Kimberly, who actually knows what she's talking about. Go and watch Kim Belez, who actually knows what she's talking about. Go and watch Sammy Ingram, who knows what she's talking about. Go and watch anyone else who knows what they're talking about. Anyone from Create Your Future, Sasha at I Am Sasha Official, Lifestyle Manifesting on TikTok. There's a whole lot of people who know what they're talking about. There are other creators that I don't think do know what they're talking about. My SP is so positive and confident that he has strong feelings for me. I love that. I've been focusing on my self-concept for months, but there's times where I struggle in the 3D, catch comparison thoughts. Practically, what can we do that happens? Just repeat 3D doesn't exist? Third party doesn't exist? What? Practically, what can we do when that happens? Okay, so you struggle with third-party comparison thoughts. So go and do my get rid of the third party, banish the third-party sleep tight, darling, and use the affirmation there. I am the priority. No one compares to me. I am chosen. I am always chosen. Recently found you on TikTok and have been binge watching your vids. Love your straight to the point attitude with good old Aussie accent. Oh, thank you, Ariana. Hi, Loz. Do you have any tips for activating Queen Energy? My SP and I are in each other's lives and see each other, but I find myself reaching out and getting triggered when left on read, lack of response. Look, guys, Queen Energy, really all Queen Energy is not doing. It's just being energy. It's allowing yourself to feel like they're going to come towards you, pursue you, admire you, do for you because you're a queen, you're sitting on your throne, and you don't have to do anything to make it happen. It's basically good manifestation energy. Right? So that's a whole lot of I'm not good enough thinking. I need to do, I need to love, give you love for you to love me. I need to overgive and people please thinking. So you've got to get rid of all that thinking with affirmations, darling. Like I don't need to do anything for anyone to love me. Hang on, guys. I'm going in a minute. I'm just getting to the last couple of questions here. My SP wants me intuitively recognize he's going to be my man. They are all great, Jasmine. Love those. Everyone, you can read those back later. Reading Power of Subconscious Mind, confused because I repeat my affirmations, change my dominant thinking, change my reality. But he says that your subconscious accepts only what you feel is real, not just vain repetition. Yes, that's true. But I'm repeating it to make my dominant idea help. This got me starting to feel like the chicken or the egg. Well, guys, yes, but the vain repetition, he's talking about don't vainly repeat it like law of attraction people tell you to do, like writing it 55 by 5 times or 369 or all this bullshit. He's saying once you say it enough and think it enough, it will form a belief in your mind and become true and feel real. And if you imagine it enough to be real, like use your sensory perceptions in imagination, then that helps even more. And that makes it feel real to you because you're imagining a scene that implies it's true. Okay, so what he's trying to say there is don't vainly repeat it just like I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved. You've got to say it with conviction, which is why I say it like it's true. Which celebrity do you think has the best self-concept in love aside from Meghan Markle? Oh, in love? I think like Kim Kardashian now does. I'm trying to think who else. Who's the one with Ryan Reynolds? Her. I love this live. I feel so down, empowered, and confident that my manifestation of my ASP is coming true. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, darling. Oprah, because I mean, look how long Stedman's been with her and they're not even married. Quite a few. I tried affirming that third party got a cool new job far away, and turns out they did and got a new job not away. Oh, this is a partial manifestation. Do I need to persist giving good meaning? Yes, just imagine it is far away, darling, but you did that. Love your life. Oh, good. Create Your Future, Loz, Sasha are the only ones I watch now. Most coaches out there are inconsistent. Yes, if they're inconsistent, guys, and they're confusing you, which is what I'm saying about that coach you were talking about, then you get confused. Sasha is very consistent with what she says. Everyone on Create Your Future is very consistent with what they says because they've been trained by Amanda, and Amanda's a great coach, okay? So Create Your Future, Sasha, okay, Kimberly's and Manifesting with Kimberly, all are consistent. They never change what they say. If people are constantly changing what they say, I know that Caleb on here started changing what he said. He's doing all inner child work and shit now, apparently, or shadow work or some shit, and he's changed what he said. If they've changed it, they've veered away from the fundamental, which is I am that. What do I think I am? That's what manifests my reality. If they're not talking about that, being what you think you am is the only cause, then they're confusing you. And there's no confusion, guys. It's simply this. What do you think you am? That's what manifests. That's your state of being, your state. Yes, your state. But how do you come up with that state? Oh, what I dominantly think becomes true. It becomes my dominant assumption, which then forms a belief in my mind. And that forms my state of being, which creates my reality. Oh, that's my I am, my I amness. Okay. And then I cause my reality with what I think I am and what I think others are and what I think circumstances are. Okay. If anyone's veering from that one fundamental, which is all manifestation is, then they are very confused, and you should stop watching them until they become unconfused, because they shouldn't be discussing things they're confused about and confusing you on video, because it confuses all the followers. Amount of times I get people coming in saying, well, such and such is saying this now. Saying what now? How can you veer from I am that? There is only one fundamental. I am the only cause of my reality. If they're veering away from that, they're confused, and you should stop watching them. I'm teaching this technique now. I've discovered this thing now. Have you, bitch? There's only one fundamental. How are you that confused? If you're confused, you're going to confuse me, and that means you're not a coach. You shouldn't elevate yourself to status of expert if you're confusing people. Right? Hi, Dylan. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Hi, Dylan, darling. How are you? All right. Have a beautiful day, Loz. I'm heading out to Pilates. Oh, just saying goodbye to Star Moon and hello, Dylan, at the same place at the same time. How often do you affirm, Loz? So many coaches say you must affirm enough to where you believe it. But I have a life and I don't like affirming all day. However, I make sure I affirm every day. Look, guys, it's up to you. It's up to you how much you do it. It's to replace your old shitty thinking. How shitty is your thinking? I accidentally called SP and he didn't call back. I don't know if that's because I assumed he thought it was a mistake, but I genuinely was still feeling like he should have checked to see why I called. Well, stop giving a bad meaning, darling. Imagine he's thinking of calling you back. He's going to do it now. Thank you, Loz. I'm blocked on everything again, but I know it will change when things do get back to the way I want them. What is your advice so I don't repeat all over again? Oh, I can't remember what I even was talking about, darling. I've forgotten. Is the I'm chosen sleep tape affirmations enough to use when manifesting SP, when being blocked everywhere with third party? Also randomly rampage a few SP affirmations as well. I would also use the I'm a priority too, darling, on alternate nights. Okay. How do you avoid not lurking at third party in SP? It's like my brain is trying to lurk because I don't want to feel stupid for giving up a chance, SP a chance again, and him laughing that he got away with it once again. So Key is saying I'm chosen by him, not just I'm chosen, to feel worthy of him being serious with you. Bad old story. Cassandra, where the fuck are you getting this? He's going to laugh at me for taking advantage of me again. He got away with it. You don't trust your own SP. You think he chooses others over you. You feel like you have to lurk because you're constantly checking the 3D. You're not living up in your mind at all. You don't believe you're together. And then you do believe that when you will get together, he's going to use you or laugh at you or think he got away with stuff. You got a real fucking shitty story about him. Why do you want this fucker back? You've got a real bad story about. Either get rid of that old story about him or find someone else. But in the meantime, please work on your self-concept. Otherwise, you're going to find another person who takes advantage of you and uses you. Where the hell are you getting that from? Thank you, Loz. Any affirmations for SP? We only went on 3 dates and sent me a broke-up message, but I want to be his girlfriend. Okay, do you have a feeling like you're going to get rejected or abandoned? Did someone leave in your reality when you were a kid, or were you made to feel not good enough? That's where it's coming from. Of course, he's my boyfriend. He loves being my boyfriend. He just had a brain aneurysm that day and he didn't understand what he was doing, and he's back and he's better than ever. Just had an epiphany watching your live. I've had people tell me that I should not want my SP back because he's a terrible person. When we both first broke up, it's exactly what I thought, and I've struggled. So now I need to let those thoughts go and get him back. Guys, if you think they're a terrible person, everyone else will reflect that. Get rid of those old stories about him, and everyone else will stop saying that. I'm a student in my last clinical rotation before graduation, and my instructor's main advice is to take control and find my confidence while treating patients. How do you recommend manifesting all this? I am so confident. I'm such a confident doctor. I'm so confident dealing with patients. When I deal with patients, they love me because they feel so confident. They have such faith in me. All my patients have such faith in me. SP is conforming more and more every day. So happy. I'm doing my affirmations and work on my self-concept. Can't wait for him to kiss and hug me more often, but I'm happy with how much he's conforming daily. Oh, darling. That's great. Still seeing SP. He said he wants to be single for 2 years. Yeah, good luck, boy. You are mine. That's great to me. Any other affirmations? Just imagine you're together. Blake Lively. Yes, it is. Oh my God, see how Courtney is married now after taking her focus off Scott and focusing on herself, and now she's happily married. We all know how messed up her self-concept was in love with Scott. Now look, exactly. And you know what? She went and did therapy. She worked on herself. She stopped taking crumbs from someone who was cheating on her and everything. And look, I like Scott. I think he's really messed up and got problems and trying to fix himself. But she just chose herself in the end. And then she got someone who completely is madly in love with her. Exactly. That's a good example of someone whose self-concept was really poor and now is really great. And she doesn't even want to get involved in the drama. When the family is having drama with Scott, she's like, what'd she say the other day? She goes, I unsubscribe from this drama. And I was thinking, oh, that's great self-concept. So her self-concept in love all of a sudden is really good. Great example. Yes. Lodge, you said you have another self-concept course coming up that's an intense course. Do we have to take the first one to take the second, or we can just take the intense course? I would say the first one is key. And also to do the coaching, you have to do the first course, okay? Because it's the one that's got the assessment in it that assesses your self-concept. There won't be an assessment in the second one, okay? So the first one is really to assess what your actual self-concept is so you can work on it in love, with money, with life, with career, with everything. It applies to everything, not just love, right? Well, she's the fucking best LOA coach. So much knowledge, so honest, consistent, motivational. Oh, thanks, Victoria. I'm still affirming that I'm a successful businesswoman, living in the end, and affirm there's always movement, no matter what 3 shows. Yes, darling, that's one. Loz, hang on. Loz, my messages were missed, but I manifested one of my dream cars. Oh, a little more than what I wanted to pay, but it's okay because I know I'll make so much more money this year. Oh, don't worry about it, darling. That's great. Congratulations. All right, guys, I'm going to go. What should we call this live? Bad coaches. What else? What else do we talk about, guys? Oh, did I miss yours, Ikra? Where is it? Saw my SP with someone else on a date. I messaged him to ask to come over and he ignored me. I said bye and he also ignored that. So I went private on Insta and started to focus on my self-concept and affirm what I want. Well, that's good, darling. Focus on you. Why are you doing a whole lot of messaging him? Why are you assuming he's going to ignore you? You've got a whole lot of people ignore me thinking. Get rid of that. We'll be doing frequent coaching. Yeah, the coaching will happen twice a week. There'll be 2 sessions a week, one for the US audience at US time around this time, and one for the UK and Australian audience. So 1 a week of each of those, and you'll be able to watch them live in the Facebook group. So there'll be a paid Facebook group. So if you can't get into the coaching, you can watch the coaching and take notes, etc., and discuss the coaching with other people on the live and then discuss it afterwards in the comments, and you can watch it back. So all the coaching every week will be saved in the paid Facebook group, okay? And it'll be very, very helpful because you'll be able to watch how I go through the self-concept course with people, even if you haven't done the course. But all the people who are on the coaching have to have done the self-concept course before they do the coaching. They go hand in hand, okay? All right, guys, what else can we call it? What else do we talk about? Being used in love, okay? We'll call it that, and bad coaches. All right, guys, that'll be the thumbnail. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I'm sorry I have to go. I really do have to get on to finishing the editing today so I can get this course up. But I will be live at some point Oh yeah, confusion. Maybe I should call it confusion rather bad coaches. I don't want to say there's bad coaches. Confusion used in love. That's what I'll call it. I don't want to call it bad coach. I don't want to say anyone's a bad coach, just confused coach. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching me. And I'll be live probably at some point this week on TikTok when I can get my shit together and get this course all up on the website. All right, guys. I will see you soon. Bye, guys. The stream will stop immediately. Yep, that's fine. Bye, guys.